Access Sacramento presents Hometown Sports Game of the Week. This program is funded in part by a grant from the Sacramento Metropolitan Cable Television Commission.
Excitement in the air and the buzz in the building, certainly understandable as Access Sacramento has its crew and cameras set up here at the Big House, the Golden One Center in downtown Sacramento, the site for the nightcap of our Court of Dreams theme here as the River City Raiders take on the Rio Linda Knights, the girls edition of this twin bill. Hello again, along with Rick Stewart, I'm Will James, and we're really looking forward to this battle between two teams ranked in the top 20.
Well, both these two teams are really good teams. We'll see some really good players on the court, but it'll be good cohesive action tonight.
Well, we're going to get right to the goodies here, the impact players, the players that are going to perhaps hold the biggest value in tonight's ball game. Let's take a look first at the River City Raiders and the reliable Raiders. They're going to need to be just that tonight.
And they will. Number 20, Tiana Lowry, the junior guard. She leads team in 4 different categories. And number 30, Nikki Singh, the senior guard. She's best 3-point shooter on the team. Number 33, Jenna Elston, senior forward. She's the top rebounder for the Raiders. They'll all have to play their parts tonight.
Well, for Jerry Huffines, the veteran head coach of the Rio Linda Lady Knights, he'll have to rely on the Knights' big 3, and they do have a legitimate big 3.
They certainly do. Number 11, Brandy Huffines, the senior guard, the point guard. She can do it all. Number 10, Acacia Fletcher, the senior, another senior guard. She's a top rebounder on this team. And number 14, Dejanay Porter, a senior guard. She's a leading scorer, most threes on the team. She's the shooter tonight.
Now, this is the Tri-County Conference opener for both squads. Despite being early in league play, this is a game of crucial value to both coaches. Both these teams figure to be contenders for the Tri-County Conference title. And right now, Rio Linda ranked number 10, and Jamie King and the Raiders at number 18.
Well, they are, and both teams are highly ranked because they're quality teams. And this is not going to be a blowout at all, I don't believe, on either side of the team. I think we're just going to be in here tonight, Will, with a really good game.
Well, we're looking forward to it. We have a spirited crowd. It might be rainy, cold, and stormy outside, but the action is hot and wonderful inside here at the Golden One Center. Stick around. We have the table set for you. Access Sacramento's hometown sports game of the week. It's the nightcap of the River City Rio Linda boys-girls twin bill. Don't wander off. We'll be right back. Well, welcome aboard. Access Sacramento on the Hometown Sports Game of the Week. We are installed here in downtown Sacramento at the Golden One Center, and it is a pleasure to be calling a game from this magnificent facility. Coming up shortly, the opening tip for the River City versus Rio Linda girls matchup. River City at number 18, Rio Linda ranked number 10 coming in. Coaches Jamie King and Jerry Huffhines, longtime friendly rivals.
Well, and we saw that early in the pregame before the first game. I was talking with both of them, and they were both cracking each other. And these guys have faced each other a ton of times. They know each other. They know each team's strength based on what they've all done over the team's careers, the coaching career. You know, this is a fun experience for them as well. I know, being in the big house.
Well, what a thrill indeed. And just speaking with the staff here, the Kings staff at the arena, they're still on cloud nine, floating about a foot off the ground at having this be their new home. And it's an exciting moment for everyone in Sacramento, but for these players especially.
Oh yeah, it is. And the atmosphere here, I mean, there's not a full crowd like some of the Kings games would be, but at the same time, this is a very, very outstanding situation tonight.
The visiting River City Raiders come in with a mark of 9-6, and Rio Linda at 10-3. As we said, these two coaches have waged war for a long time, and I think they're just about working on their 20th meeting against each other.
I would expect so.
Let's take a look at starting lineups in tonight's ball game. First, let's go ahead and meet the visitors. River City under head coach Jamie King in his 13th season.
You can see the lineup there. Number 20, Tina Lowry, the guard. Brianna Brooks. Number 11, number 30, Nikki Singh. Number 33, Jenna Elston at forward. Number 4, the center, Xaviana Davis for River City, the Raiders starting lineup.
And for head coach Jerry Huffhines, he's in his 18th year and has registered 265 career victories. Let's take a look at the Lady Knights starting five, and he's got himself quite a ball club again.
Well, he certainly does, and as we take a look at that lineup, you'll know that number 11, Brandy Huffhines, is the quality guard. There's no doubt about that. She can do everything. Number 10, Acacia Fletcher. Number 13, Mia Powell. Number 14, Dejanay Porter is the shooter. She is a tremendous talent shooting. Number 35, the center, Jordan Bowers. She'll be the post down low, taking on everything else that comes down.
Our trio of officials are going to have their hands full calling this one with two top 20 ball clubs. And let's take a look at the NCOA representatives. Our referee tonight, Lawrence Guidry, heading the trio of game officials, and he'll be working with umpire Bill Harrigan and umpire Jerron Crawley to keep things in order.
Well, and they're making sure the referees are that the shot clock information is correct and both teams are ready to go. You can see Rio Linda there in the team huddle on the court.
Well, these are two veteran coaches. They certainly know the angles, the ins and the outs, and, you know, both two excellent strategic, tactical coaches. And they've had outstanding success over the years. And as we mentioned, it's the Tri-County Conference opener for both squads. These two teams figure to be among the top 3 or 4 contenders in the conference for the league title. And with that in mind, both coaches are fully aware of the importance of tonight's game and the outcome.
Well, and it's very important to get off the stride. Both these teams have a winning record, and they're both looking at something really positive this year. But when you start your opening game in conference, you need that victory. You need the victory so you get going and get off the right foot, and everything's rolling right. And once you start that, then the rest of the season just falls in place. At least that's what the basic hope is. That's what all the coaches are striving for.
In the front end of our boys-girls doubleheader today, it was the Rio Linda Knights really putting on a show, and despite some ragged moments
Well,
where turnovers piled up and fouls were committed. They put on an offensive showcase and a ball-hawking, scrappy, fiendish defense that, they're going to be a contender. I wouldn't want to play them.
Well, I wouldn't either unless I had like a big three that were all about 6'8", 6'10", 6'11", something like that. Then you might have an advantage. And the thing that impressed me so much about Rio Linda tonight was not only did they rebound well as a team and play defense well under the basket, but when they got the ball, their first outlet, if they could, was to be off running. And it would be a long way to do things, and it'd be a long pass, and there were several opportunities where they had a quick outlet pass to half court, and the second pass was cross court again the other way to a cutter to the basket. They had 4 or 5 times that I remember they didn't even dribble the ball, and they had a layup after they got possession of the ball in the defensive end.
Well, it would seem George Hernandez is going to have himself an enjoyable season. He was knocked out in the first round of the playoffs, and a loss to Placer that really upset him. Their mission, their goal this year is not just to get back to that spot, but to barge deep into the playoffs and notch some wins and see if they can go ahead and fully contend for the section title.
And as you can see, the younger executives are here tonight too, overseeing the outcome here, the Court of Dreams. I mean, everybody has their dreams, and it's another young man that's taking care of business, as it were. And it's an awesome moment for everybody involved, and even our camera people are looking for what they do.
Evidently, the delay is attributed to something in the scoreboard mechanism, or
it's the shot clock. I believe they're trying to make sure that it's set on 30, where the it will reset to 30 rather than resetting to 35, and they're trying to get a hold of their tech list.
Well, there's the cheerleading contingent for River City. The Raiders certainly would appreciate all the support they can get from fans, family, cheerleaders, and so forth.
Well, and you can see there's a gentleman there in the middle, Paul Orlando. We're going to talk with him a little bit later in the broadcast at halftime, and we're going to get some information on just how this evening the Court of Dreams came to be. You can see the camera. Some people like the spotlight. Some people shy away from the spotlight. Some of us look to try and get all of our other teammates involved in the spotlight.
Well, it looks like they're trying to get the clock coordinated, and they still have not quite pinned that down yet. Let's go ahead and show the last outings for these two ball clubs. They were both in out-of-town tournaments, and of course the highly heralded West Coast Jamboree up in the Bay Area, in the Antioch area. And tough competition there. Anybody entered in any of their 7 classifications is in for some stiff competition.
And you can see River City took care of Franklin 55-51. These were both on Monday, and Rio Linda defeated Liberty 38-34. And this is the West Coast Jamboree that has 5 different sites of teams in different brackets and such, that there are just, it's an amazing tournament. It's the biggest in the western United States.
Yes, it is. It's been a pleasure to go to that tournament many times. Now, the last time these two teams met, it was the pair of regular season conference games in the Tri-County Conference, and Rio Linda in 2 dogfights emerged victorious.
They did, 79-71 and 66-56. Now the 66-56 game, that was in January. There's a little bit more separation there, but I'm sure there wasn't that much separation in the overall thing of the game. But Rio Linda has a good, solid team. River City's good. Rio Linda has just a little bit more depth, it appears, from the outside, at least on paper, what they can do.
Well, evidently, without a correction being applied yet, the coaches might have to, as we're going to go to action immediately, they're going to probably settle for some kind of a compromise with the shot clock.
Oh, and maybe we just go with a 35-second clock. I mean, I don't know whether they can keep the clock manually, or maybe they have a timer. Everybody has a smartphone, and maybe that's where we time it.
Okay, we are ready to go. Elston jumping at center circle for River City, and tapping in the middle for Rio Linda. Powell, who controls, and the Knights have first possession. Inside, Powell gives it off, and a layup hit in there. Nicely done on the opening possession. Bowers with the bucket.
Well, it was a nice touch pass by Powell to get it to Bowers, which was real nicely placed.
Deep shot on the way, a long miss. Nice rebounding effort and a putback. Elston
just took that ball away from the Rio Linda player underneath there and just put it right back up. Strength.
A 2-2 tie. Corner jump shot missed. Crashed the board. It's all Raiders. Here's Nikki Singh, a good three-ball shooter up the floor. She passes off. Whistle and a foul against the Raiders. Gee whiz. Illegal screen called against Z Davis. First foul on her. They're going to need to keep her out of foul trouble as one of their top rebounders.
She is one of the key people that River City needs to keep on the floor all game long if possible.
Up the floor quickly, Powell. Nice feed inside, and they cash it in beautifully. And with the bucket, Bowers is in for 4 quick points.
And it was another good pass. It was a good pass to Bowers, this time from Fletcher.
Cornered, jump shot, drained, a 3-ball, Elston.
Elston had no problem taking that shot open enough. I'll take it.
Down the slot, no one to stop her, but the layup missed by Powell. We played about a minute and a half and little seesaw, 5-4 River City. On top, a tap away from behind on the drive there by Lowry, out of bounds to the Raiders as we see Jamie King, veteran head coach of River City, looking on. Nikki Singh to do the inbounding. Trouble on the inbound. Deflected out. Raiders will keep it, so Singh will inbound again, this time left baseline. Rio Linda set up in his zone. Huff-Hines back. Here's Singh. A miss. Nobody follows, and the rebound yanked down by Fletcher. From behind, a nice defensive effort and steal by Nikki Singh. It's a Rio Linda turnover. Into traffic and a travel and a turnover.
Yeah, they just got caught up, Nikki Singh trying to give the ball to a teammate, but the teammate had a defender slouch over at the moment, and Nikki Singh didn't want to give it up, but traveled.
Whipple checks in as Davis sits down for the Raiders. Powell to Huff-Hines. Fletcher gets a return pass and fires away. Back rim, no. Nice job on the rebounding. And a break up and steal. Rio Linda tough on defense, and drilling a jump shot is Huff-Hines.
Huff-Hines started to dribble towards the basket looking for a teammate and saw there was nobody. It just stopped, pull up, and drained it.
So the 3-ball gives the lead back. I thought that was a 3. Nikki Singh to inbound, baseline left for River City. Corner, shot on the way, and another stuck ball on the shot by Diaz.
Okay, so ref's going, I'm not going to be able to jump that and get that.
7-5 lead for Rio Linda. This is always one of those crazy moments where it can be so difficult to get that ball unwedged, but taking care of business was Dejanay Porter. They've had a wonderful big 3 of their own, Fletcher, Huff-Hines, and Porter, and Powell coming on strong as a junior in that starting 5.
They're solid.
Diaz, the veteran guard, backs it out and calls a play. Rio Linda packed into a 2-3 zone. Corner jumper this time missed on the long shot by Elston, and she commits a foul.
Fletcher came up with the rebound and started up court. Elston just couldn't stop herself. She was reaching in for it and just got too much of Fletcher.
Non-shooting, Powell inbounds, Huff-Hines up the court. Senior point guard, all-around outstanding performer. To the corner, Porter gives it back to Huff-Hines. Drive and a whistle and a foul. And this time committed by Kaylee Jacobs.
Yeah, Jacobs reached in on the drive and
Porter, a lob. Huff-Hines, return pass to Porter. Corner J, air ball long, missed everything, but they reload on the rebounding effort by Fletcher. Porter hounded by Nikki Singh. Here's Huff-Hines, runner short. Well, Kaylee did a nice job there. Kaylee Jacobs with the rebound. Good box out.
good protection.
Singh, another long miss by Elston. And a rebound pulled away by Porter.
Well, River City came up with a rebound, but Porter had quick hands to knock it away.
Huff-Hines to Porter. It's curious that Lowry's on the bench for River City. Let's see if she comes in. On the run jump shot, missed by Huff-Hines. Follow up, no. But a good effort there by Powell.
Powell had a good space to be in to get the rebound, but not only that, go right back up with a shot. And that's what you want to do. You want to go back up as quick as you can before the defense has a chance to get set.
Second foul on Elston. Powell to shoot a pair. And she really struggles from there. She's just a 24% free thrower.
That's my level. Sometimes there were nights that I didn't even know whether there was a hoop attached up there.
So head coach Jamie King sends in 3 subs for the Raiders as Powell hits the back end. That'll make the score now 8-5 here as we're midway first. Break the press, swing it, Lowry, down, 3 ball. Well, if there was any doubt about her, I think that just answered something.
Yeah, that was way too easy for her.
Averaging 16 plus a game last year as a sophomore, averaged better than 21 a game. Powell, nice rebounding effort there as it's pulled down by number 4, Davis. Dribble drive, tapped away, it's a turnover. Taken on the run. Into the front court now. Blanche, the sophomore. Cross court pass. Shot on the way, a long miss taken by Porter. Where's the defense? Drive, shoot, miss. Out of bounds to the Knights.
Fletcher looked like she got a hack across the arm as she was putting that shot up too.
Javelle Williams coming in for the Knights along with Zaya Stallworth. A couple of important subs. Porter to Huff-Hines. Less than 3 minutes to go in the opening period. It's been a little sticky, an 8-8 tie. Break up and steal. Taken on the run. It's Lowry. A whistle and a foul on Powell.
Well, Lowry beat Powell to the spot where she could get the shot up, and Powell couldn't really do anything except give her some body and try and affect the shot.
So Lowry at the stripe where she's a 67% free thrower.
Awesome.
Up there for a pair. Junior standout. Excellent in all areas.
Well, that's what you want to do. When you're a shooter, you're going to get that nice soft little roll right there.
Well, that breaks a tie. Now 9-8. River City on top. 10-8 as she clicks on a pair. She's got 5 of their 10. Powell into the front court, loses the dribble. Picked up there by her teammate. Stallworth. Loose ball handling on the perimeter. Where's it going to go? Drive by Stallworth. And a good rebounding position again by Z. Davis. Powell, quick with the dribble. To the corner, and a travel and a turnover.
Brooks had too many things on her mind to do and took an extra step there before she was ready to do them.
Both teams with 3 turnovers. Whipple out. Checking back in, Nikki Singh for the Raiders. .210 to go, late first. Nice to have you with us. For Access Sacramento's hometown sports game of the week. Stallworth drive, missed the layup. A whistle on the rebound.
Stallworth made a good drive to the basket, got a step on her defender and put it up. It was just a little bit off the glass from the angle that she put it up.
Javelle Williams commits the foul as you see Coach Huffines up along that Rio Linda bench. We see some token extended pressure, cautiously approached by the Raiders. They up court and beat the press. Nikki Singh, a long miss. On the line was Porter, so the Raiders will get a second chance here.
Well, Porter tried to save that one right underneath the basket, throwing her back into a teammate after the errant shot. I think, you know, in one case she might have been better off just letting it go.
Brooks to inbound, baseline right for the Raiders. They lead it by 2. Nikki Singh, a miss in close. The rebound tapped out long. And we got a whistle and a foul against the Raiders.
I think Davis is having a tough time believing she wasn't the one held.
Well, Davis has been clipped for her second foul. Jamie King will probably have to sub, but we'll wait.
She did.
Whipple in, Davis out. As we mentioned earlier, Davis, standout volleyball player, pretty much new to basketball, but coming on strong, learning quick. Powell, underhand flip missed, follow-up missed, tapped around, grabbed by the Raiders. They start transition with Lowry and bump from behind. Williams commits the foul, her second.
Well,
third team foul.
It was interesting what Rio Linda was doing there on defense. It's like they sagged and then they pulled away. And I'm not sure whether there was miscommunication on the defenders.
Jordan Bowers in for the Knights, replacing Williams, who's got the 2 fouls. And the inbound comes from Brooks. She shares the backcourt with Smith, veteran guard. Lowry, short. Nice rebounding. The putback missed. Well, I'm really impressed with Nikki Singh.
Well, she's got a good shot, and she knows when to take it and when not to take it, but she also follows her shot, which is something that's so difficult to teach, I guess, that in this level you just don't get the following from the outside shooters.
Stallworth missed the drive as the rebound was yanked by Whipple. Here come the Raiders, still leading it 10-8 here in the last 40 seconds of the quarter. Corner J missed by Singh. They'll get a second try. Lowry left open, has it tapped away. Loose ball on the floor, picked up. Huffines has it on the turnover. 25 seconds to go. Line it up and fire. They didn't wait long on that. Missed by Stallworth. And taking it away is Brianna Brooks. Not wise usage of the clock, I don't think.
No.
Pass inside, bobbled away. Whipple's shot is blocked out of bounds to the Raiders.
Yeah, Dejanay Porter with a nice block on Whipple's shot right there underneath the basket. It was going to be a tough shot anyway, but Porter said no, it's going to be tougher.
Fletcher comes in for Rio Linda. And Diaz comes in for River City. Inbound goes to Diaz. 4 seconds left. Lowry, back rim, no, follow up, not in time. We have played one from the Golden One Center in downtown Sacramento. And in the nightcap of this boys-girls doubleheader between River City and Rio Linda, the River City girls on top 10-8 after one. We'll be right back.
Here's to the things that can keep us safe. Those we use all the time with hardly a thought. Those that are silently standing by to save our lives. And now, those that we carry with us everywhere we go. Many mobile devices will now bring you wireless emergency alerts. Real-time information directly from local sources you know and trust. With the unique sound and vibration, you'll be in the know wherever you are.
Well, we continue action from Golden One Center in downtown Sacramento with Rick Stewart. I'm Will James. Nice to have you with us here for the second half of our doubleheader coverage. River City and Rio Linda. This is the girls' edition, and the outside shot taken and missed by Blanche, the sophomore. However, the Knights reload with the offensive rebound. Feed low, bank shot missed. Point blank range, follow up missed from the same spot. Third try, down on the follow on the run by Fletcher.
Fletcher picked that one up on the dead run after it had been batted around a little bit and put it up off the glass. Nice soft touch, perfect timing.
Fletcher, one of the big three, averaging 10 points a game. Huffines averaging 13 and Porter 13. Corner shot taken and missed by Nikki Singh. That's her bag. Put back by Lowry.
Lowry went right back up with it. She took one dribble and put a fake on and went right back up. Nice placement there underneath the basket.
12-10 Raiders. Outside shot banked home for a three ball by Fletcher.
And it looked like she'd had that in mind all the way.
A go-ahead bucket, 13-12. Rio Linda. It's their first lead since 5-4. Brooks, banker is missed. Fight for the rebound. Whipple has it blocked. Follow-up missed by Singh. And finally, out of the pack comes Rio Linda's Fletcher. Left wide open. She passes it up. Outside shot taken and missed by Blanche. She's not bashful.
No, she's not. Branch is going to take those shots. She's been open several times.
Lowry to the corner. Diaz a miss. She follows, keeps it alive. Here's a scrap and a whistle.
Branch?
I think so. Yes, indeed.
She was scrapping for that ball as it was bouncing around loose there, and just it's tough when you're on your feet, the other player is on the ground, and you're reaching in. You're going to get called more often than not.
Whipple out, Jacobs in for the Raiders. Coming back in Brooks, and she'll replace Brianna Smith. So here comes the inbound, baseline right for the Raiders. Into Lowry, deep J. Just short on line. Rebound again cleaned up impressively by Fletcher.
Fletcher's been in the right spot at the right time. She's got an eye for that ball and a nose for it, you might say.
There she is, left open, didn't hesitate, but misses from long range. And rebound tracked down there by Jacobs. Fast break layup, missed by Lowry. Follow, Jacobs, no, but she draws a foul, perhaps on Fletcher. Porter was there as well. But Fletcher gets clipped for her first foul, 15th foul.
We'll see the foul coming up here, just right there. Jacobs did a good job to rebound and be ready.
5'10" senior, buries number 1 to tie the score. Substitution again now. Williams in for Rio Linda as Bowers sits down. Jacobs up there for another. And has them both.
Nice soft touch. She moves around quite a bit at that foul line. I'm impressed with the style she has, the panache.
A little more seesaw. 14-13 down the slot, drive and dish. It's going to be awarded to Rio Linda, evidently off the foot of Jacobs on the pass that Williams had trouble handling, but the Knights have the rock. Inbounding will be Huff Hines. Open daylight shooting down. Well, I'll tell you, Branch doesn't hesitate, and she shot until she hit.
Yep, and she looks like she's got a style of shooting that she's gonna shoot. There's no doubt about it.
Go ahead bucket on the 3 ball. 16-14 Knights. Here's Singh, drive and miss, and a rebounding foul against the Raiders. Jacobs crashing from behind.
Yeah, Jacobs got it. She was going for the ball, and the defender was in position, but she also kind of moved back just a little bit. And when they collided, the pressure was all on Jacobs.
Second foul on Jacobs, so she replaced Elston, who's also got 2 fouls, and Davis, who's got 2 fouls. So this River City front line, 2 fouls each on Elston, Davis, and Jacobs. Their bigs are all in trouble.
Well, River City's going to have to be careful with that. They're going to have to play smart defense, but they're going to have to not.
Here's a steal on the run. Nikki Singh stops and travels from here to there. Tough luck.
And Nikki Singh got a little over anxious, and she knew that she had a defender coming and wanted to stop, and just the momentum carried her forward.
She's an important player for Coach King. Singh is averaging 13 points a game. So far, she's been blanked. Blanche again, all glass, wild miss. Boy, she has an appetite.
She's a shooter.
I think she's in for 5 shots already. Deep J down! A 3 ball from the corner, drained by Smith.
Yeah, Brianna Smith got that ball and fired it up right away before the defense had a chance to come out on her. Just had enough daylight.
We seesaw again, 17-16, Raiders by 1. Break up and steal, Lowry, a run out, down.
Fletcher tried for the steal right after the interception of the pass, and she didn't get it, and it's like she stopped almost.
30-second timeout. Coach Huff Hines not real pleased with his ball club. They've committed their 5th turnover, and that led directly to the insurance basket.
Well, it did, and because of that, they're not only going to have to try and take care of the ball to get River City. You can see Huff Hines there talking to his team, and I think he's talking about Branch, and maybe some of the shots she's taken were ill-advised. I'm not sure whether that's part of his offensive plan or not.
I think you analyzed that picture correctly. Jerry, to say the least, is hot and still burning right now up along that Rio Linda bench. Man, he's wearing it out. So here comes the Knights up court push. Open daylight shooting, not this time for Fletcher. Kept alive, and the Raiders have it. Coming up with that is Brooks, as they're putting a double team on her, but they break the press. Flip side of quarter number 2, 3:45 to go in this one. A sticky game so far. Neither club really able to get on track, but right now River City nursing the 3-point lead. I have to say anemic offense here in the opening half so far.
Well, there have been some scrambles here that are not really doing a whole lot. Less time on the shot clock.
Nikki Singh drives it and scores.
Nikki Singh, I think, knew that there wasn't much on the shot clock and got it in right a second or so before. Nice timing.
21-16. Underdog River City, 18th ranked on top. A shot and a miss by Powell. Here comes Singh up the floor. Kick out and a jump shot. Pops in and out and in for Smith. time out taken. A 32nd by Rio Linda.
Yeah, Coach Huffines is not happy with the way his defense is getting back on that. And that was a 3-on-2, but the third player on the offense for River City was real late getting there, but Rio Linda just didn't close out on their defensive positioning and let the outside shooter get the shot up. This is a 9-0 run for River City, and they're up by 7. You know, that's the whole run right there, and they're playing very, very good team ball.
And again, this is the Tri-County Conference opener for both squads. They both are in the top 20 rankings, and they both figure as contenders for that Tri-County Conference title.
Well, and that's part of what we're seeing here in the closeness of the game and the seesaw back and forth. Now, this may be a time frame where Rio Linda really needs to put the clamps on and take care of the ball.
Powell to the bucket, a wild miss. Here comes Lowry. Transition, 2-on-3, right down the slot, layup, down!
Lowry just took it right at the heart of the Rio Linda defense, and nobody stopped her.
Largest lead has grown to 9. It's been gradual but definite as the Knights have gone stone cold here. Another shot taken from the outside and buried, a 3-ball by Fletcher, badly needed.
They needed that hugely. Fletcher has taken the shot. She's got an open shot, so it's not like she's forcing the ball up in traffic.
Fletcher with 8 of their 19. 2:05, Lowry, down!
3-pointer, big basket to answer.
The lead back to 9. Up the floor, Powell gives it off to Fletcher, and we got a whistle. So the foul committed by Brooks, her first, and we see Brandy Huffines, coach's daughter, at the stripe. On the season, a 65% free thrower.
Well, you would expect the coach's daughter or coach's son in any case to be a good free thrower.
Well, she clicks on the front end of 1-and-1 for her 4th point. She had a 3-ball early in the game, nothing since, averaging 13 a game. Backside bonus also buried. 28-21 after the 2 Huffines free throws. 1:40 to go here, late second quarter. Happy to be bringing the action to you today. Access Sacramento's hometown sports game of the week. And a reach and grab foul on Nia Powell, her second. Non-shooting, however, Rio Linda has done a good job staying out of the bonus here in the first half.
Well, and that's been one of the keys for them to keep it as close as it has been. You can still know that John Huffines is not happy with the way his defense is playing.
Now, Jerry has been more pleased in past games. Lowry misses the bank, follows up, and keeps it alive on a kick out. Singh, back rim, no. Lowry again, oh yes.
Well, you keep giving a team too many offensive rebounds, and they're going to score at some point, whether it's an outside shot or something inside.
1:05 to go in the half. River City with its 3rd 9-point lead. Fletcher kicks it out. Look at Singh scramble for the ball. What hustle. Let's take another look, and there is the miss by Singh. Lowry, boy, a nose for the ball. Beautiful job. Drive to the bucket, a layup, good. Sweet drive by Stallworth, her first points. 30-23. Extended pressure shown by the Knights, but they break the press as the ball goes to Jacobs with 40 seconds to go in the half. 20 on the shot clock, 35 on the game clock now. Singh, kick out. Lowry, all glass, a miss. Tracked down by Fletcher. Boy, does she hustle. Here comes Porter, who's been quiet so far as their leading scorer. Kick out. Fletcher, short. Look at that. Powell keeps it alive. What hustle. On the floor. Lowry's got it and saves it to Brianna. Lowry's got the pill. 3 seconds to go. A whistle and a foul. It's going to bring up Huffines with the foul. Lowry to the stripe, where she's 2 for 2 thus far in a spectacular first half for this junior standout. And she drops the front end. 31-23. 2.3 seconds left on the clock. Number 2 on the way. Bonus is good. 32-23. Rio Linda has to hustle. And that does it for the first half of play. And underdog River City ranked 18th. A big first half against number 10 Rio Linda as the visitors forge a 32-23 lead over 10th ranked Rio Linda. We're going to keep it right here because Rick Stewart will be visiting with the coaches here during the intermission. And I believe he's already secured Jamie King. Let's go ahead and turn our attention across the floor to Rick Stewart.
9-point deficit, Coach, first half. What did you see out there?
I thought both teams played really hard. Our kids are doing a pretty good job of sticking to the game plan. We just got to eliminate their dribble penetration. We know their 2 best players are going to get going. We just got to really stay disciplined right now. It's really easy to kind of fall and you have a 9-point lead and be comfortable with that. We can't be comfortable with that at all.
But you've negotiated, you've negated most of their big 3, though, and that's what your game plan was.
That was, but we know that there's another 16 minutes to play, and they're a very good team, and we're not going to rest on that. We got a lot of work to do.
All right, Coach. Good luck in the second half. Thanks for. All right, 32-23 the score at halftime. We'll be right back after this.
Hey Gabby, how you doing? How's the play date and sleepover?
Dad, it was great.
Awesome. Okay, I'm on my way. Hey guys, what are you doing?
We're going swimming! We're going biking! Yeah!
I'll see you in a little bit, guys. I love you.
Hi, babe. How was school today?
Hi, Dad. It was great.
Okay, honey. I'll be home soon. Remember, you're never too far away from your kids to be a dad. Reach out and take a second to check in, because sometimes the smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
(32-23), River City leads at halftime over Rio Linda. I'm pleased to be here with Paul Orlando from Rio Linda High School. Court of Dreams. How did it happen? Tell me how you guys made this happen.
You know, Brian from the Kings came to me about 5 years ago going, hey, let's sell some tickets and then you guys could play here at the site. So we started at Sleep Train for about 3-4 years, and now we made it come here as well. Just for the experience of the kids to get on the court. I mean, they can tell their kids that they played where the Kings played.
But this is outstanding that they not only put in the effort to do this. Now, was it just the kids themselves selling tickets for an event?
No, when the kids are concentrating on playing basketball, so the staff, we sold the tickets to whoever we could sell them to, and we got here.
Well, this is an outstanding opportunity. I mean, I never got a chance to do anything like this, and I don't know that you did or not, but how much of a piece of memory is this, for lack of a better way to word it?
You know, the kids who've played in the past, so we're about 5-6 years into this now, still talk about when they played. at Sleep Train or here at this arena. So it's just a great experience for the kids.
Do you think the kids that are playing have a tough time adjusting the basketball players to the line of sight when they're shooting? Is it a big deal?
You know, we talk about it. It's like about 10 feet longer, about 6 feet wider. So I don't think they realize that, but a lot of times I heard the kids say, hey, I got a little tired. Well, yeah, you're running a little longer. So
the game so far, I mean, it's a good game.
Oh, yeah. The boys' game, our boys are ranked up there, so it was a little bit different there. These girls are both evenly ranked and evenly played, so it's a great game right now. The girls' are a great game. And it turned out that way.
And it's a conference opener, too.
Yeah. It's a conference opener, but this could be like for the league championship here.
All right, Paul, thanks for spending a couple minutes with me here at halftime. I appreciate it. We'll be right back after this. It's 32-28. Rio Linda trails River City at halftime. We'll be right back.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
32-23, River City in the lead at halftime, and I'm fortunate to have Brian Graves with me here of the Kings. Now, you're not connected with either school, but you're one of the driving forces of getting this done. How do you do that?
First of all, I want to say Happy New Year to all of your viewing audience here. But this is called a Sacramento Kings fan experience. The official name of it is called A Court of Dreams. And Principal Orlando and I of Rio Linda, we connected and put all this together. A lot of this credit definitely goes to Principal Orlando.
But this is also the Kings being interested in the community as well.
Oh, without a doubt. First of all, the beautiful Golden One Center that we have here, the number one thing we want to do is share it with the community. This building seats 17,000 seats, and we want everyone to experience it on the court.
What do you do next in a situation like this? I mean, you got two schools that are really doing it. How do you spread this to other schools, the information, they see it?
Well, first of all, we want, obviously stations like yourself to promote it. It's called the Sacramento Kings Game On Fan Experience and Court of Dreams. Also, we're going to rely on the coaches in the community. We have coaches meetings. We have constant meetings with our school principals, and we definitely want to get the word out.
Outstanding. Well, thank you for spending a couple of minutes with me, Brian. I really appreciate it coming around.
Happy New Year.
Okay, Happy New Year to you. And I've got a chance to get Jerry Huffines in here. Coach here. Coach, deficit at halftime. What did you see out there? What are you going to do to stop it?
Well, we got to have some players recognize they're in a triangle and two. Some other players got to step up besides Brandy and Dejanay. We got to have more effort on defense. We got to rebound, box out, and run the floor.
All right, Coach. Good luck in the second half. I appreciate it. All righty. It's 32-23. We'll be right back after this break.
It takes less than 1 minute to find out if you may have prediabetes. You can do it here. But you probably won't. You're busy. Kids, work, show coming back in 48 seconds. So let's do this now. Hold up one finger if you're a man, women, 0. 3 more fingers if you're over 60, 2 over 50, 1 over 40. If you're not sure, keep in mind you're sitting on a couch right now, so 1 more finger if you're not very active. 1 finger if yes, 0 if no. 1 yes, 0 no. Next, find the body type that looks most like you and hold up that many fingers while I look around awkwardly. And that's it. If you're holding up 5 fingers or more, you probably have prediabetes. Sorry to be so blunt, but hey, you're busy. Just go to the site.
Well, we are just concluding the intermission here at Golden One Center. This is Access Sacramento's hometown sports game of the week. We're in the nightcap of our twin bill here, a boys-girls doubleheader between River City and Rio Linda. And at the half of the girls' game, it's 32-23 River City. And Rick Stewart, a very impressive first half for the visitors, ranked 18th against number 10 Rio Linda. One of the big keys, if you look at leading scorers, Lowry, who exploded, 16 points. Leading scorer, Dejanay Porter, been blanked in the first half.
Well, that's total awareness of Porter on the River City defense side and knowing where she is and what they're going to have to do to her. But that's outstanding with Lowry. I mean, they've done a wonderful job.
Now, Porter's averaging 13 a game, but she's had single game totals this year of 27, 23, 20, 17, 14, 13. So to hold her scoreless in the first half is quite a feat.
Well, and Jamie King said that too. I mean, he knows that she's capable of just exploding and hoping that, you know, even if she does explode, it's still going to be a reasonable containment.
Okay, we're underway here in the third quarter. 9-point cushion for the Raiders at present. Rio Linda still in their 2-3 zone. Singh, bounce it low, feed inside, and it's worked like a charm on the layup there, cashed by Elston.
Well, Davis made a really nice pass to Elston there down low, and there's a lot of congestion down there, but it was good.
Powell misses, and Elston the board.
Had a lot of strength down low between Elston and Davis and Jacobs as well when she played a bunch of minutes in the first half.
Feed low. Davis misses in close, scraps for the board, but it's pulled down by Powell, and she starts transition. Look out. Open daylight shooting, a miss by Fletcher, one and done. Here comes Lowry. Take it right to the hoop, kick it. Baseline jump shot, missed, but good rebounding there on the offensive end again by Nikki Singh.
Nikki Singh's in the right place at the right time, blocking out well.
Second chance. Remember, Singh is a threat from three-point distance. Look out. Not this time. Tapped, last touched by Rio Linda off the hands of Jordan Bowers. So a third try now upcoming, as we saw Jamie King there up off that Rio City bench. Tap away. Good hands by Powell. However, it still belongs to the Raiders. We played a minute and a half here in the third quarter, and River City has its largest lead of 11.
Well, and they're playing sharp with the short passes now. Of course, that one got knocked away. Of course, that's the luck of Rick talking about it.
Fletcher. Powell tries to get it in the baseline. Huff finds a nice dish, very sweetly done, as she assists Bowers with the bucket.
Good touch by Huff Hines to see her teammate and get her the pass in a place and way that she could put it up.
Lowry dribbles around Huff Hines and into the front court now. Whistle and a foul, apparently a brush by Huff Hines. It is her second.
We'll take a look here at Jordan Bowers on the replay. The soft pass, nice up off the glass, perfect. That's the way you diagram it.
Well, Brandy Huff Hines is dynamite, has the all-around game. Nikki Singh shares in the backcourt with Brianna Brooks. High posting Elston. Now the kick out, left open, don't want to do that. In and out, tough luck on the corner shot from Lowry. And last touched by the Knights. Another offensive opportunity upcoming for River City.
And who was at the bottom of that, inside that? Nikki Singh.
Nikki Singh hasn't scored much yet. Nice feed inside, and I'll tell you, Elston's wearing it out.
Well, as long as she can get the pass in that sort of position, a little bit up, she can just take it and go straight up, and they don't have the defense to deal with it.
Fletcher misses, and Davis rebounds, nearly fouled from behind. right now, everything is going River City's way. They're playing very smooth and taking advantage of extra opportunities. Lowry, a miss on the runner. Tough rebounding, Davis, a miss. Follow it again, another miss. Tapped by Lowry, however, it's grabbed there by Fletcher, and here come the Knights. Porter, a force and a miss. One and done. Nice defensive glass handled there by Davis.
I'm impressed with Davis, with her experience, or lack thereof, you might say. And some of those plays underneath there, all that is experience. She'll know the right kind of touch to put on the ball.
Brooks standing and holding now to Davis, and off Elston for a turnover. I must say both clubs did a good job taking care of the basketball. In the first half, each team committed just 5 turnovers.
Well, and there were moments where it looked like it was really more ragged than that, but it really wasn't turnover ragged. It was just awareness of defense and pressure on the ball handlers.
Davis and Elston out for River City. Coming in are Whipple and Jacobs.
And this second group of big players for River City in the first half gave them some really good minutes.
Baseline inbound from Huffines. Trouble on the inbound, no one open, and it's a 5-second tie-up for a turnover. And that is one of a coach's biggest headaches.
Well, I'm sure Jerry Huffines isn't pleased with that. You know, you hesitate to call timeouts like that early in the second half, but it's better than losing the ball sometimes.
Singh feeds low. The shot missed, but recontrolled here by River City with Jacobs. Whipple, a kick out, an outside shot on the way, and a miss by Smith, but they reload again. Their offensive rebounding has been off the chart.
I don't think there's a tall enough number for that.
Foul against the Knights on the runner from Lowry. So Huffines picks up her 3rd foul. That is an item of grave concern.
Well, it is, and that's the spark plug of your team. That it is the control player, the player you're going to count on to be calm and collected, and that could be a real problem.
Lowry with nice touch from the foul line, shooting better than the 67% that she's shown throughout the year. Actually, she's 5 for 5 right now.
Well, that's pretty good.
Make it 6 for 6. 38-25, largest lead yet. Powell fouled on the drive. Whipple, I imagine, will get charged with the foul.
Yeah, she got there just a little bit late on the defensive side and took the contact, but because she was late, she got run over. And you're not gonna, when you're that far out, you're not gonna get the call.
Powell, a clunker on number 1. We mentioned earlier in the cast that she has great difficulty from there, just 24% from the foul line. 0 for 2 and 1 out of 4 on the night. Here comes Singh. Doubled, advances to Lowry. Here's Whipple, a block. Nicely done by Porter. It starts transition. Here's Porter, a turnover.
Well, the pass is just a little bit too far out from her.
38-25, 13-point lead. We're on the flip side of quarter number 3, just 3:13 to go here in the 3rd. Nice patience shown by the Raiders here to break the pressure. Jacobs, got it.
Nice touch by Jacobs. She went right around Zaya Stallworth underneath the basket, and Stallworth just was like a waving at her.
Took the basket, and she scores on the bank, so Stallworth at the other end.
Take a look here at Jacobs around the defender, simple off the glass. I mean, that's textbook. That's how you do it.
So Jacobs picks up the foul, and she'll go to the bench with 3 of them. Back in is Davis.
And Elston, too.
Stallworth hits the free throw and connects on the 3-point play. 40-28. The 15-point deficit trimmed to 12, and there's a backcourt violation.
It was close, but she was definitely back over the line. You know, it's one of those plays, as soon as you let go of the ball, you go, oh no, I shouldn't have done that, and you're going to get called for it every single time.
River City, with just 5 turnovers in the entire first half, has already committed 5 here in the third quarter, which still has 2:40 to go.
Well, they have played a little looser with it.
Stallworth drains a 3 after being left wide open.
Well, when you're wide open like that, you have to take the shot. There's no doubt about it. You know.
Inside and a foul.
It's like Williams.
Yep.
Take a look here at number 22, Zaya Stallworth. Wide open. You're going to take that every time from that distance.
Well, she's come on with 6 points here in the third quarter off the bench, and 2 more in the first half, 8 off the bench for Stallworth. As we see Elston put the brakes on the rally. Powell out, back in for the Knights. Blanche, the sophomore. Elston, 1 out of 2. White 35, oh my goodness. Williams commits another foul? Wow, that's 4 on her. And Javelle will sit down as Powell checks back in.
But who did she foul? She didn't foul Elston. Elston's still shooting.
You got me, I just work here.
And you do it well.
Misses that extra opportunity. So on a scrap at the end line, the Knights have the rock.
The ball came down on Brianna Brooks' head while she was partly out of bounds. She was looking around, what happened?
41-31, 10-point lead for River City. Deep shot on the way, a long miss. Blanche off the bench. Stallworth a miss. Nikki Singh cleans up the defensive glass. Outlet to Lowry, dump it low, in a crowd, tapped away, and saved by Elston, and fouled on a putback. I think Powell was there. If so, that's going to be number 3.
It is. And she got her money's worth on the foul and stopped the shot, which she had to do. But Elston, you know, make her earn it at the foul line.
She drops that one.
And if you earn it, you earn it. There's, you know, walk away from it.
Elston having a good ball game. That was her 11th point. Make it a dozen.
Yeah, she's had a real good game down low. She's been the recipient of several really nice passes.
Stallworth has been a boost off that Knights bench, and we got a whistle and a foul on the drive.
Black 20, push.
Lowry called for the foul, non-shooting.
Coach Jamie King there looking at the action.
Finds inbounds. Blanche has the inside chippy.
Well, Blanche has got she's got no problem shooting from outside, but she can also get down underneath the basket.
Well, Jamie King calls a timeout for the Raiders here with 1.5 minutes left in the third, and his ball club holding a 10-point lead that has grown from 9 at the half.
Well, and Jamie King's talking to his team, and part of it has to be that, you know, just take your time and do the right thing, control the ball, and let's not make any silly mistakes. Because when they played well and they handled the ball, controlled it well, they ran off a bunch of points. They were sharp on the ball handling, and it was a good situation for them. When they play a little bit ragged, a little bit quicker, a little bit, you know, I hate to say out of control, but when they play that way, they don't have the same positive outcome.
Well, the Knights' big three so far has been in a Golden One center slumber.
Foul.
That's 4. Her foul trouble goes from bad to worse. She's going to sit down, and Fletcher will check back in. The Knights' big three, Huffines has 5, Fletcher 8, and Porter is still blanked.
Well, that's amazing. I mean, they're going to look back at this River City and go, this was an incredible game that we played.
Tapped away by Blanche. And when you look at her stats, we're talking about a player that's hit 27 in a game, 23 in a game, 20, double figures in 4 other games. Hard to believe.
Yeah, it's tough to believe she's not been open.
There's a trap right now on Singh, and she gets it to Brooks. Around Fletcher, feed low, bad pass picked off by Blanche. Up court lead for Fletcher. She's going to fake the shot. Here's the trailer, Stallworth, got it.
Nice touch by Stallworth, and it was a nice in pass to her from Fletcher.
Lowry down.
Nice play by Lowry to come right back up the court and keep the action going and lay the ball in off the glass. It was a big basket.
Here's Stallworth right down Broadway, a miss, and a Davis rebound with 45 seconds to go. Lowry, dump it low to Singh, reverse layup missed, rebound pulled by Blanche. 35 seconds to go in the third. Kick out, and the Fletcher jumper missed. Comes off long, and Huffines runs it down. Knights reload. Fletcher again from near the arc, short, grabbed by Davis.
Good rebound by Davis. Good
20
place.
seconds to go. Jamie King calling for 1 shot.
Yeah, I think they might have rushed it down last time down on court too. They probably could have taken their time with that and worked for a real good shot.
45-35. River City. Here's Lowry. Fouled on the drive. I'm not sure who got her. Blanche?
Yeah.
Okay. It's her second. Again, this is the Tri-County Conference opener for both squads. 2 contenders. Inbound to Davis. Got it!
Nice,
wow.
Nice placement.
The Knights are stung on an inbound play at the buzzer. We have played 3, and the underdogs are on top by a dozen. Don't wander off. Lots more to come. Access Sacramento's hometown sports game of the week.
So good to see you guys.
So, what's up? Oh, we finally bought a place. Holy cow.
You seriously have enough saved to do that?
We've been putting a little aside each month.
Jeez, at the end of the month, we have nothing left to save.
Yeah, I have no idea where it goes.
Well, you're spending a lot on...
Is it good?
Oh, God.
Oh, how is my account overdrawn?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind. Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
We enter 4th quarter action here at Golden One Center. This is the nightcap of our doubleheader coverage, a boys-girls twin bill, River City versus Rio Linda, and right now number 18, River City, is on top over number 10, Rio Linda, as we open the 4th. Blanche, another shot, stumbles home. They're going to give her a 3, but neither official down here was sure of that. Davis, break the press, a poor pass and a turnover.
Yeah, she thought Elson was cutting across, and she had enough time and enough softness on the touch to give it to her.
47-38. I believe they gave Branch a 3 on that. Okay, they're calling it a 2 now.
Yeah, they're correcting it.
Good clarification, 47-37. And Coach Huffines is saying she was behind the arc. We're down here in front of their bench.
Yeah, he's getting an explanation from the referee, at least what the referee called.
Stallworth to Branch to Stallworth. Down. Another 3.
Well, there's the 3 needed. It's a 7-point game.
Yes, it is. At the other end, inside, a miss by Whipple and a rebounding foul against the Raiders, perhaps on Lowry.
Yeah, Nikki Singh was also in there too. Nikki Singh.
First foul on Singh, but in the midst of this early fourth quarter action, the Knights have drawn closer than they've been in a while. Stallworth again, down!
Another 3-pointer, and Stallworth keeps getting that open shot. She's going to keep taking it, and she's obviously one of the better 3-point shooters that Rio Linda has. She'll keep taking it. She'll keep making it.
Well, she, according to Coach Huffines, is getting more and more playing time based on what she's able to do on this full timeout. We see Jerry there. And she's come off the bench. And we'll take another look at that touch from the outside.
She stops. She turns around, get the ball, get it back. The defender went away, and she's right there.
Lowry left her responsibility there and got clipped. Stallworth has 3 threes. 16 off the bench, 14 after the intermission.
Well, and part of that is, you know, what another big 3 maybe. You see Stallworth on the big screen. The people here in the arena can see her and what she's been able to do too. And
so both clubs back onto the floor. We've got an eternity to play here. We're in the first minute of the fourth quarter, and that full court pressure we expected here. Singh, trouble on the inbound, called for a 5-second tie-up and a turnover.
Yeah, Jamie King's not happy with that. This is a really solid press that Rio Linda's put on. It's caused a couple turnovers, a couple near turnovers for Rio. 8 in the second half for River City.
Big possession here for Porter and the Knights. A travel and a turnover against Porter and Rio Linda. Wow, costly there.
Well, it was very costly with a 4-point game.
The crowd being treated to royal performance here in the big house here at Golden One Center. Jacobs back to Singh. Continued extended pressure. The Knights sensing a comeback here. Bad pass. Lowry tips it and grabs it.
Got a quick foul. Was it Fletcher?
Yes, it was.
No, it was a Branch.
Oh, my goodness. I didn't even know she was in the building.
Yeah. Yeah,
okay.
I think she'd come back in that last little timeout break. Third foul, yes. And that could be big because Branch has hit several shots, although she's taken lots of them. But she's also played well underneath, too.
Into the bonus go the Raiders. Tiana Lowry at the stripe where she's 6 for 6 this evening. Make it 7.
Well, I would expect River City to make sure that the ball is in her hands as much as possible, especially when they're getting pressure on the defense as they're coming across the line.
Superlative free throw shooting. She clicks on the bonus. 49-43 to stop that comeback to some measure here. Stallworth from Blanche. Broken up. Whipple takes it strong. Down.
Nice break up on the pass by Whipple. She read the pass, broke it up, knocked it away, knocked it down court so she could catch up to it. Jerry Huffines not happy. Looks full.
No, he is not. He's talking about a better passing angle.
Take a look here at the end of that play. Whipple with a nice layup.
Well, I'll tell you, Coach Huffines not a happy camper right now, really airing it out in that huddle.
Yes. Yeah, well, and his players have made some plays that, you know, were ill-advised, and, you know, in one respect, you know, he's letting them know they're not taking care of the basketball. Jamie King, on the other hand, is telling his team, just keep it up and keep control and be aware of what you're doing, and you'll be fine. You can see Fletcher there that she's had a good game, but there's been several opportunities for her to have, you know, some quality shots that, you know, didn't fall or that she passed up on.
Okay, from the far side at midcourt inbound, Porter sends it into Blanche. 6:19 to go, early fourth, 8-point lead for River City. Stallworth drives and misses. And the rebound yanked down by Jacobs. And so Lowry around the corner into the front court, breaks the double team. This is Brooks, hounded by Huffhines. 11 guarding 11. Timeout taken by River City as Coach King saw trouble there.
Yes, he did, and Huffhines was all over. You can see the real Linda huddle, and obviously that was a better defensive thing that they were working on. Coach Huffhines, they're talking with his team, and Branch is gotten a couple shots off, but a couple of her passes has been just a little bit ill-advised where she hasn't been able to connect with the player she was intending to in a timely manner to get it to him at the right spot.
We're at the 5:55 mark here in the fourth quarter. I want to remind you ahead of time that in the post game, Rick Stewart will be visiting with our players of the game. Won't want to miss that, but we got a long way to go here. 8-point cushion for River City, and here's Lowry driving on Blanche. Lose the rock, saves it out to Jacobs. 3 on the shot clock, Singh, back rim, no. Rebound shagged out by Jacobs, speed low, bank shot, good.
Nice pass by Jacobs
Singh.
After she got the rebound, another offensive rebound for River City. Found Singh underneath, and Singh's got a nice touch underneath as well as outside.
Outside shot missed by Fletcher. Look at Stallworth scrap, and it's a held ball tie-up. Whipple very tough on the glass there, and it's going to be awarded to River City, calling that a turnover.
Very, very impressive. And look at the Branch and Lowry.
You cannot say this game has been complacent or lightly played. Very intense, long-time school and conference rivals. So River City commits a foul.
It was on the screen.
Jacobs.
Yeah. Jacobs was trying to set the screen to keep Branch from cutting across. That's 4 on Jacobs. So there's 5 minutes left. It's probably, you know, not a horrible thing other than it was a turnover.
Huffhines with the rock, defended on the point by Brooks at the 5:10 mark. Break up and steal. Lowry's got it. Stallworth back. Take it strong. A layup. Down.
Lowry took it all the way, coast to coast, from stealing that ball, and she knew she had a defender there that had fouls and didn't really want to foul her.
Stallworth drive on Jacobs and has the layup.
And that was a smart play by Jacobs, too. She knew that she wasn't going to be able to do anything once she set her defense.
Backcourt foul on Blanche as she and Lowry got tangled up.
You can see Coach Huffhines asking for an offensive foul. That's the 4th on Branch.
Boy, that's a feisty sophomore.
There's several feisty people on this court right now.
So Lowry to the stripe in bonus free throwing, where she has been dynamite this evening. 8 for 8. And just keep on keeping on.
Well, she's the reason River City is where they are, quite honestly.
Two for 2, 10 for 10. 57-45. The Knights had pulled within 4 early in the quarter at 47-43, but the Raiders have answered, and here's a steal by Singh.
Turnover.
Travel and a turnover. She got poked in the face there.
Well, she knew what she wanted to do, and you can see some of the fans there that are getting excited about the game, as they should at this point in time.
We're coming down to cases as we near midway fourth at the 4:19. Stallworth badgered by Lowry. Drive, draw, dish, and Fletcher's got a layup.
Well, and it was a good pass by Stallworth. She had 2 defenders there that were slightly out of place. One had 4 fouls, so she didn't want to give away the 5th. So it was a good play.
Knights within 10. Here's a steal. Fletcher comes up with it. Porter, not this time. She's been on the schneid. Snake bit. Held ball tie-up, and Rhea Linda's going to get the rock.
I think they got a good call out of that because it looked like Brantz dove into that pile there.
She did. Whipple out, Elston in at the power forward position for River City. Fletcher, back rim, no. Nice rebounding there. And no call on the contact there, and here's a steal.
Wow, Fletcher's wide open again.
Fletcher with a 3.
Well, you keep leaving her open and letting her take it, and she's gonna zero in here fairly quickly.
57-50, and there's a foul by Stallworth.
You can see Fletcher on the replay, wide open, nobody even in the defender, not even in the shot. Yeah, you can't do that very often and let things happen positively.
So Lowry to the stripe, where she has worn it out this evening.
Davis back in for Jacobs for River City. Jacobs did a very good job tonight off the bench. Both she and Whipple played well when they were in there. Lowry just keeps doing her thing.
There's a good shot of our crowd here. They're having a ball here at the Golden One Center. It's been a lively crowd here representing both schools. 12 for 12.
Outstanding night by Lowry.
59-50. River City on top. Time becoming a factor. 3:20 to go. Blanche drives and comes back out and feeds Fletcher. A miss on the 3 ball. Nice job by Elston to chase that down. Boy, plenty of hard contact. No call on that play. Davis drags a foot and travels.
Yeah, and Coach Jamie King's not happy with that, but she got the ball in an awkward position and tried her best to stop, and she knew that she didn't have a shot where she was, so she had to stop.
Huff Hines back to Blanche, doesn't hesitate and misses from deep range. Keep it alive. Rebounding foul on Powell, I imagine.
Is that 5? If it's her.
White 13, white 13, push, twice.
She's a goner.
Yep. She's played well, but she did have her hands reaching in several times in inopportune times, and that was one of them. Williams back in.
So Singh to the stripe, where she's an 83% free thrower and drills number 1.
Well, and this has been the story of the game, as far as I'm concerned, the fact that River City's been hitting their free throws so well. And I'm sure when you look at the box score tomorrow, that's gonna show up. Brooks on the foul, on the rebound.
Okay, a 10-point cushion. There you see Jamie King, his ball club up 10 with 2:46 to go. But the lead is not safe.
So we go to the other end and shoot free throws. Huff finds to the line.
Brandy, 5 points in the game, all in the first half. Long look, measures, and has nothing but net.
2/3 of the big three for Rio Linda have been very quiet tonight.
Okay, 2 for 2.
Summer Luther into the game for Williams.
Time is tight. Here's Lowry beating Porter up the floor with 2:40 to go. Picks up her dribble, gets it out on top to Brooks. Two and a half to go. Huffines sagging off. They go to Lowry and play catch. Raiders trying to use the clock a little bit, and getting bumped at the elbow is Elston on the bump from Huffines.
Well, and that's a good foul in that sense, but not really for Rio Linda, because Elston has the ability to shoot free throws as well. So I don't think she's done as well, or no one has as well as Lowry tonight. But buried that one against the back of the rim.
So she's up there for seconds. 2 for 2.
Brings it back to 10 points, and that's a nice bit of work right there at the foul line.
So the Knights are going to have to hustle. Fletcher misses from the corner and out-hustled Elston, but the Raiders come up with it.
And the press backs off, which doesn't hurt River City at all.
1:55 to go. Here's Singh in the corner. So Davis called for a foul away from the ball. And that's going to be her third. An outstanding volleyball player. That's her main sport. New to the basketball court, but
I can only imagine if she had started as a freshman, how good she would be right now as a senior.
1:40 to go. A breakup by Elston, but the Knights control. Blanche wide open. Not this time. Comes out to Huffines. Breakup by Lowry. Takes it on the run. She's going to go the distance. A miss. But look at that follow-up by Singh. Another miss. And a scrap for the board involving Singh and Huffines. And I do believe River City's got the rock this time.
I believe it's River City's ball, exactly. They clarified it, yes.
The officials were going to give that to Rio Linda.
Yeah.
Okay, inbound baseline left for the Raiders. 1:22 to go, clinging to a 10-point lead. Brooks.
Looked like she almost came down out of bounds.
Stolen by Huffines. 1-on-2. Take it, split the defense, and get called for a travel.
Coach Huffines is making the point that the referee right in front of the play didn't make a call.
Well, he's highly upset right now, Jerry Huffines. Meanwhile, Lowry and the Raiders break the press with a minute to go. The 10-point lead looks safe. Brooks to the high post, Singh. Back to Brooks. 50 seconds now. Here's the cutter, Lowry into heavy traffic. Davis misses in close. And it's going to be an over the back foul against Davis. Number 4 on number 4. Don't forget, Rick Stewart will be interviewing our players of the game in our post-game segment, so by all means, stick with us for that. So Fletcher at the stripe for the Knights. She's had a good game That's her 14th point. And that's a little above her 10-point average. Okay, we've got Jerry Huffines hit with a technical. We'll just call it a foul on the bench, something he said, according to one of our game referees. So evidently, wow, okay, so head coach Jerry Huffines of Rio Linda smacked with the technical, but we see here Fletcher missing a free throw for Rio Linda. Now we'll go to the other end where Lowry will shoot the tee for River City. She has had a tremendous ball game, and I haven't seen anybody shoot free throws like this in quite some time. First miss of the night, 13 for 14. .35 seconds to go in this one. Backcourt playing a little keep away. Brooks to Singh. 25 seconds. Good ball movement. Elston. .15 seconds. This has been quite a performance by the 18th ranked River City Raiders. And that is game. A 63 shot clock violation with 6.6. So they expire nearly the entire game clock. However, the Knights will have one lost possession, and Huffines for an uncontested layup. And that is game. A 63-54 victory for Jamie King and the 18th ranked River City Raiders as they stop number 10 Rio Linda. 63-54 as you see the sportsmanship with the band playing here at Golden One Center. The crowd, the players, the coaches, everybody here enjoying this experience to the fullest, and that includes Access Sacramento's hometown sports Game of the Week broadcast crew having the ball here at the Golden One Center. Stay with us. When we come back, we'll be joining Rick Stewart. He will be visiting with our players of the game and the winning coach when we return.
Me and my boy Matt had it good. He had catnip that was off the hook. But one day, he brings a girl home, and she's allergic to cats. Every sneeze was a nail in my coffin. Now I'm in a shelter. It's decent, but they don't even have Wi-Fi.
It's not always easy being a dad.
Do you have panda asthma too?
Does that run in the family? This is the home of the most priceless kung fu artifacts.
But when you make an effort,
Dad, we're not supposed to touch anything.
Oh, sorry.
Go along, son.
It's always worth it.
Whoa, master!
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
I am gonna get you. I'm gonna get you.
Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov to learn more.
Well, Thomas, you've got pre-diabetes. But with more exercise and a change in
diet, it can be reversed. I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon. I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody.
So we're good? What? Oh, you still have pre-diabetes. Big time.
Hey, Gabby, how you doing? How's the play date and sleepover?
Dad, it was great.
Awesome. Okay, I'm on my way.
Hey, guys, what are you doing?
We're going swimming. We're going biking. Yeah!
I'll see you in a little bit, guys. I love you.
Hi, babe. How was school today?
Hi, Dad. It was great.
Okay, honey. I'll be home soon. Remember, you're never too far away from your kids to be a dad. Reach out and take a second to check in, because sometimes the smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life.
Okay, the verdict is in and the decision is final this evening in downtown Sacramento at the Golden One Center in the nightcap of a twin bill here, a boys-girls doubleheader with River City and Rio Linda. In quite a ball game, it was 18th ranked River City emerging with an impressive 63-54 victory over number 10 Rio Linda. Lots of heroes tonight for River City in what I would have to consider an all-around team performance. Well, I think we picked two excellent players of the game for the customary honor that we hand out. And let's go ahead and splash the graphic. For the River City Raiders, the outstanding Tiana Lowry, a masterful 33-point performance. And for the Rio Linda Knights, coming off the bench in grand fashion, Zaya Stallworth with 18 in relief. Rick Stewart is standing by with our players of the game and our winning coach. Rick?
Got some good players down here. Tiana Lowry, first off, from Rio Linda. It was a tough game for you. You came in with the 12th rank, and they bottled up a couple of your big players. And what were they doing to do that?
We just weren't rebounding. Nobody was in the right positions, and yeah.
Okay. Well, and it's tough when you look at a game like that. Now, you guys had it down by to a 4-point deficit late in the fourth quarter, and then what happened? What kind of pressure did it looked like you guys backed off from the pressure you were putting on defensively?
Well, it was just our defense. Like, nobody really knew what to do, and people were fouling, and then, yeah.
All right, Kia, good game tonight, and it's a tough loss, especially when it's a conference opener. But Kia Stallworth, you played very, very well. 18 points tonight. Good job tonight as being our player of the game, Kia. Thanks. All right, Tiana, you had a really good game tonight. Couple different reasons. 33 points today unofficially. The free throwing, is that normal for you? I mean, it came in about 70 or something like that, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was mostly shooting for my team. When I was shooting the free throws, I really wasn't thinking about me. I was thinking about my team and how much we all wanted to win.
When late in the game, it's like the team put the ball in your hands, probably because of the free throwing, you were on a roll with that, but you also had a real good control of what was going on in the offense out there. What was the key for there?
Well, my coach wanted to get it in my hand so I could slow everything down, and then most of my team, we just ran our plays to get it up the court and slow everything down so they couldn't, like, score on us.
Now, the two big players, Elston, in the starters, they played really well against Rio Linda, but you had two players come off the bench to play the bigs. It played just about as well. Jacobs and Whipple, they came out, and when your big players, the starters, needed a chance, they stepped up, didn't they?
Yeah, they stepped up really big. When my bigs that started to foul, my bigs that came off the bench really stepped up, and I'm really proud of them for doing that.
Well, good job tonight. It was a great game. You guys played wonderful from the start. Anytime you knock off somebody higher than you, it's a good thing, and especially when it's a conference opener.
Thank
you. Good
you.
job tonight. Congratulations. Thank you. All right, Coach. Jamie, it was a wonderful win for you tonight. I mean, you came in expecting a good game, expecting a tough game. You did bottle up the players you thought might be able to come back in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, the kids did an excellent job of sticking to the game plan. We had a couple, we have one of our parents came in and helped us with some things, and he was very influential in our help. I think the kids just really stuck with the game plan. And I thought, you mentioned Jacobs earlier, she hasn't been playing a whole lot, and for her to come in and contribute that way in scoring and rebounding was huge. And we just had a lot. It was a total team effort, and we really talked about that, doing things for each other, and it showed tonight. A lot of kids stepped in.
When Rio Linda started with the full court, backcourt pressure in the second half, that rattled it, or it appeared to rattle you a little bit.
I think, no doubt, and Rio Linda's a great team, and Coach Huffines is a great coach, and we knew, I wasn't going to breathe until that final buzzer went off, and we had to make some adjustments. Their kids stepped up and hit some threes, and we had to make a couple defensive adjustments to that. But overall, I thought our kids did a very nice job of responding to what we asked them to do, and we know that that's a great team over there, and next time we play them, it's going to be a heck of a dogfight again.
Court of Dreams tonight turned out really well for you. No nightmares tomorrow.
Well, I'll tell you, I didn't sleep last night at all, so hopefully I'll get to dream a little bit tonight. But like I said, this is the first game of conference. We got a long ways to go, and I have great credit to Rio Linda, and hopefully, we'll see each other again, and I'm sure it'll be a great game.
How much of a impact do you think this will make on your players coming in here to a game, not only defeating someone higher ranked, but playing as well as you did in this atmosphere?
Well, I think as any coach, when you come into an atmosphere like this, that's your biggest concern, because it can be overwhelming. This is much bigger than a high school gym. And so I hope our kids gain confidence from that and understand that when we put in a game plan and they execute it, we're pretty good. And as long as they stick with that, we'll be okay.
All right, Coach, thanks a lot.
Thank
Congratulations on the victory
it.
tonight.
Thank you so
okay,
much.
we appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, Will, we're going to send it right back to you.
All right, Mr. Stewart, thank you very much. Some outstanding players, and the winning coach, of course, happy to get this victory under his belt. Well, a couple of individual side notes here that were instrumental in tonight's River City victory. At the foul line, the Raiders went 21 of 24, and that included a 13 of 14 performance for Tiana Lowry. Major disparity at the stripe for Rio Linda, just 7 of 11, not enough to go around in tonight's contest. I think calling this an overall team victory is quite accurate. Coach King knows he got some terrific support off the bench when his players got in foul trouble or needed a breather. And like you said, playing in this atmosphere, on this floor, in this huge arena, his ball club showed some excellent composure.
Well, they certainly did, and in numerous times when they could have had a couple of mistakes, things go against them, calls go against them, they could have just, fallen apart. You're playing a team that, well, it's a higher ranked team, and you know that, and you know they're good, but you know that they didn't. They stood their ground, they played calmly, and they did the right job.
Well, they did indeed, and they were supported beautifully by a contingent of both sides. Really had a nice fanfare here tonight, but for the winning team, of course, it has to be extra special to get an opportunity like this in the Golden One Center and emerge with a very impressive victory, and with your star player leading the way. Individual scoring totals, briefly. Tiana Lowry, 33 points, including the 13 of 14 from the line. And Elston, a big 14, holding her own against that tough front line of Rio Linda. And then some work where 4 other players chipped in with 5-4, 5-4, 2. For Jerry Huffines, Rio Linda Knights leading the way, 18 points off the bench. Zaya Stallworth, who you saw in the postgame, 14 for Fletcher, 9 for Huffines, 8 off the bench for Blanche. But again, one of the big mysteries of the night. Leading scorer, Dejanay Porter, had perhaps her roughest high school game of all time, held scoreless.
Well, and you know, you remember the good things, and River City will certainly remember that. But you know that Porter's going to remember this in that situation, coming in here, golden opportunity, and walk out with a goose egg. And it's a tough thing to deal with, but she'll come back. She's too good a player not to come back.
Well, you read my mind. I would be willing to wager she'll have a tremendous game in the rematch over at River City. That would be one to see. Well, that's the way it shakes out this evening in downtown Sacramento here at the palatial Golden One Center, where Access Sacramento's hometown sports games of the week tonight featured a boys-girls doubleheader between River City and Rio Linda. In the opener, George Hernandez and the Rio Linda Knights prevailed, and in the nightcap, Jamie King and the River City Raiders stop Rio Linda by a final count of 63-54. Access Sacramento and the Hometown Sports Game of the Week broadcast crew wish to extend deep appreciation to Rio Linda High School, particularly to Principal Paul Orlando and Athletic Director Mike Morris, and River City Athletic Director Jamie King for their cooperation and assistance with the broadcast arrangements for this television production. And special thanks from Access Sacramento going out to the Sacramento Kings personnel instrumental in our coverage: Brian Graves, Mindy Slaughter, Brian Plum, Corey Weinberg, and Paul DeLay. The Hometown Sports Game of the Week is a special sports presentation of Access Sacramento in association with Play-by-Play Sports Productions. For Rick Stewart, our game director Ronicia Harris, engineer Richard Langley, and the incomparable Danny Mendonça, I'm Will James. We thank you for joining us and look forward to crossing your path again on January 13th, where we go again to a doubleheader as Natomas will visit Capital Christian to take on the Cougars. Again, final score in the girls' game, 63-54, River City over Rio Linda. I'm Will James. So long, everyone.
This program from Access Sacramento's Hometown Sports Game of the Week is available for purchase on DVD. For more information, call Access Sacramento, 916-456-8600, extension 0. This has been a Hometown Sports Game of the Week broadcast from Access Sacramento. This program is funded in part by a grant from the Sacramento Metropolitan Cable Television Commission.